Hello once again. Hey, it's Dan here in the workshop, continuing to work on the Sky Ranger 40. Thought I'd give you a quick update. I installed the electronics and the motor and that sort of stuff yesterday. Here's the motor. It's a Power 32 E-Flight. I got it used from a guy at the field. I got a good price. It seems to run good, but I don't know. The bearings may be a little bit gritty. I may have to replace the bearings. Anyway, I got her set up. I got the ESC. The ESC is down inside here. I'm using a Turnigy 60 amp plush ESC. I'm sure you can't see it, but it's down inside of here. That if you see a little bit of red stuff, that's the ESC down inside of there. Got my tie down straps. Got my plug in. This thing here is my Hobby Eagle A3L version 2 gyro. I don't know where I got it out of another plane, so it's already all set up. I had to drill another hole in this false floorboard here that I put in to install the servos. So I had to drill a hole to conveniently route the wires, and this is the receiver here I put on the side with some Velcro, and it has two antennas, so I ran one over to the side and got a little spot of glue there. This one here I put a little spot of glue, and back here I'm hoping this blue tape will hold it down. This 3M painter's tape will just hold it on that side there. I don't know if I'm going to wait and see. It's hard to get a glue gun down in there to put a dab of glue. But anyway, I got it all wired up. She works. Everything works just fine. All I really have to do for any more equipment is to hook up the servos from the wing, and they'll come in from the wing, and there's two holes in the wing, one from each side. They will hook up here. There's plenty of room. You can see I just sort of put a little hot melt glue to hold that. That's the ESC wire. Here's the two leads. These wires here are wires that come off these servos. And they're plenty long, so I had to just double them back, stash them somewhere. So I don't know where to hang them from. So I hung them from one of these laser rods. They're not tight. They're just sort of hanging there so they don't flop around. So anyway, it's coming along. This covering, I did make a cover for the front, and it went a little not as good as I'd like, but here's the cover. Goes over the battery, and the magnets, I don't know, I might have to put more magnets on it, but it seems to hold plenty strong enough for me. We'll see though. But it got kind of ugly yesterday right down in this section right here. It got kind of crinkly, and I switched from the sealing iron to the heat gun, and you'd be surprised what a heat gun will do if you just keep judiciously going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It'll pop them out, but it won't work miracles. And this portion right here, you can see part of the rib. I pushed down too hard with the heat gun, I guess. So I don't know, I may end up redoing that. And one thing about this compartment, this plane, I'm going to fly it on 4S batteries, and a 4S battery, it'll fit in here. There's plenty of room, but there's no room fore and aft to adjust the CG. I mean, once it's in there, you can maybe adjust it 1/4 of an inch, which is nothing. So I hope the CG is pretty close when I get it all set up. I usually just use these stick-on weights. There's plenty of place to put them. If I have to, put some weight in the front or weight in the back or something. You can stick them down in here, back in here. But I hate adding weight to an airplane just for the sake of balancing it. It's sometimes you got to do it, but I don't like to do it. So anyway, that's how she's coming. I'm not sure what to do next. I'm gonna, I guess, continue with the covering of this section, and you got to get it covered. You know, you can't cover this section here until you get everything, all the electronics in, make sure they work, because once you cover it, you're not going to be able to reach in there and work on it. One thing you do have to be able to do with this A3L, and like I said, it's all set up, but you have to be able to reach this little red button right here and go through the steps. You have to, so I can do that from here. But anything over on this side, any wires, once this thing is together, you can't get to once you put the covering on this side. So I've got a little pilot coming. I don't know, it's crazy. You can't get the one I want. The shipping, darn pilot was 10 bucks and the shipping was 10 bucks, but he'll set right in here on top of these servos right underneath his butt. And I'm thinking about doing some sort of a little instrument, a very rudimentary instrument panel here. There's a way you can do some photocopying and that sort of thing, and just put a piece of ply in there and put it in. I also got a little idea. I got some sort of piping. I might put right along here. It looks like a leather, you know, like that with leather upholstery or something. It'll come down about there. I got some of that I might put on there. So anyway, build continues, and if you're working on one, I hope your build is going well. Fly safe out here.